Watch 40 inspiring quotes by the philosopher Plato, covering ethics, politics, education, and reality. Get insights into the human condition and the world around us. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the wisdom of Plato.
There are two things a person should never be angry at: what they can help, and what they cannot. Love is a serious mental disease. We are twice armed if we fight with faith. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future in life. Thinking, the talking of the soul with itself. The empty vessel makes the loudest sound. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Nothing in the affairs of men is worthy of great anxiety. Justice means minding one's own business and not meddling with other men's concerns. The man who makes everything that leads to happiness depends upon himself, and not upon other men, has adopted the very best plan for living happily. This is the man of moderation, the man of manly character and of wisdom. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. There will be no end to the troubles of states, or of humanity itself, till philosophers become kings in this world, or till those we now call kings and rulers really and truly become philosophers, and political power and philosophy thus come into the same hands. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. Knowledge without justice ought to be called cunning rather than wisdom. Attention to health is life's greatest hindrance. Justice in the life and conduct of the state is possible only as first it resides in the hearts and souls of the citizens. Twice and thrice over, as they say, good is it to repeat and review what is good. Necessity, the mother of invention. If a man neglects education, he walks lame to the end of his life. The rulers of the state are the only persons who ought to have the privilege of lying, either at home or abroad. They may be allowed to lie for the good of the state. Astronomy compels the soul to look upwards and leads us from this world to another. Dictatorship naturally arises out of democracy, and the most aggravated form of tyranny and slavery out of the most extreme liberty. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. No one is a friend to his friend who does not love in return. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. Rhetoric is the art of ruling the minds of men. Honesty is for the most part less profitable than dishonesty. And what, Socrates, is the food of the soul? Surely, I said, knowledge is the food of the soul. All men are by nature equal, made all of the same earth by one workman, and however we deceive ourselves, as dear unto God is the poor peasant as the mighty prince. Death is not the worst that can happen to men. Let parents bequeath to their children not riches, but the spirit of reverence. Ignorance of all things is an evil neither terrible nor excessive, nor yet the greatest of all, but great cleverness and much learning. If they be accompanied by a bad training, are a much greater misfortune. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Music is a moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm and gaiety to life, and to everything. Democracy is a charming form of government, full of variety and disorder, and dispensing a sort of equality to equals and unequals alike. A hero is born among 100, a wise man is found among 1,000, but an accomplished one might not be found even among 100,000 men. He who commits injustice is ever made more wretched than he who suffers it.
Thanks for joining us for this journey through the words of Plato. We hope you found these quotes as insightful and inspiring as we did. If you have a favorite quote by Plato that we didn't include in this video, please share it with us in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Until next time, keep seeking knowledge and living your best life.